Hello, I'm Dan Murphy, and I'm here with a representative from Dover Parks and Rec to talk about their fall programming. So, why don't you introduce yourself?
All right. My name is Nicole DeChico. I'm the Assistant Director of Dover Parks and Recreation. And I'm just here to talk a little bit about all the winter programming we have going on for kids and adults here in town.
Okay, so why don't we get started? What's going on with this winter for Parks and Rec?
So as usual, we have lots of sports that will be coming indoors for the cold weather. Some will be beginning as soon as next week. Others will have sort of rolling starts all the way through January and even February. We have sports like floor hockey and indoor soccer, basketball, and just crazy gym game days with Super Tuesdays and Wacky Wednesdays. So just a wide variety of indoor gym type sports. We also have lots of dance and theater and various trips for middle school kids coming up in the winter.
Okay, why don't we talk about what some of these trips are then?
Sure. For the middle school age groups, we have trips that go to Neshoba Valley. In December, we'll have a snow tubing trip. That's a one-day early release day. So the kids sign up, bring a lunch, we'll go snow tubing for the afternoon, and then we have the kids back by around 4:30. So they get a full day of adventures and fun before it even gets dark outside. And then our regularly occurring trips every Friday night, January into February, we have a trip to Neshoba for skiing and snowboarding. That's a longer range program, so we have that every week for 6 weeks straight. We leave right after school on Friday, and we don't get back until around 9 o'clock at night, and they just ski and snowboard their afternoon away.
All right, great. Then how would people go about signing up for these activities?
Our registration is always available online. They can go to doverrec.com, and from there they can find the link to our online registration site. It's very easy. It'll walk you through getting an account, and you can read through all of the different things that we have available, age, dates, times, things like that. You can also call the office or reach out to us by email or mail in a registration form also.
All right, and these programs are they usually you sign up for the whole multiple weeks, or are some of them week to week, or how are they organized?
Typically for the winter in particular, we sign up. They're one time per week that they meet. Just with busy schedules, we don't have time for like a regular camp type setup. So it'll be a one time a week, and usually between 6 to 10 weeks, depending on the program that you're signing up for. Where we have our Super Tuesday program, which is just the fun gym games. That's 6 weeks, just sort of to get between the fall and winter sports seasons. And then on the other end of that, you'll have a floor hockey program that's 10 weeks long, because it's a lot of introduction to the sport and practice before they start scrimmaging in games.
All right, what are the times on some of these programs, like the Super Tuesday or the floor hockey, etc.?
So all of our weekday programs happen after school. So based on like a rolling sign-up time for different age groups, our pre-K and younger age groups will come in usually between 2 and 3. After that, it'll be 3, 3:30, 4, 4:30 time starts. That would go for anywhere between grades K through 5. For our older middle school programs, they're always right after they get out of school. So usually, if it's an early release day, 11:30. If it's an after-school Friday, it would be about 2:30. So just in the general after-school time frame of, I would say, between like 2:30 to 5 o'clock for start times for most of those. And then our weekends could be any time through the day.
So then how many people generally sign up for these activities?
So all of the sports programs that occur in our gym are usually between 10 to 15 kids. The Carroll Community Center has a very small gym. There's not permanent basketball hoops up. So because it's such a smaller area, we're restricted on how many kids can come and play. So signups do fill up very quickly because it's so limited in the winter. So tell them not to wait too long, because they fill up really fast, and we have wait lists often for the winter time. And then for our trips, we have a coach bus that we take the children out on. So we could have anywhere between 40 to 45 middle school students on one of those trips. It all is related to how much we can fit on the bus. If they have ski equipment, it's closer to 40. If it's for the tubing trip, we could usually get up to 45, just because they only have backpacks and snow clothes.
All right, so what's your process of filling the wait list? How will you inform people and stuff like that?
When it comes to the wait list, we do everything we can to get people off of that, whether that's adding an extra session sometimes if it's a larger wait list, or we've occasionally, if we have double the amount of children for a trip, we might look into adding a smaller second bus. Other than those types of more extreme additions, really comes down to people who change their schedules, and as people remove themselves, we'll just switch them through.
All right.
So if there's not a time frame that's available, if the gym is full, unfortunately, it really is a first come, first serve, and if you're not on the list, you would just have to wait and see if somebody drops out.
Yeah. And I think so where are these locations for some of these things? Obviously the trips to the Neshoba Valley and stuff like that, but is most programs in the Carroll Community Center? Or?
Primarily we're held in the Carroll Community Center because that's where our office is located, and we have access to lots of space in there. We sort of run the show in there with all the different things we have. We have the Taekwondo room, which is primarily just for the Taekwondo class and self-defense classes and morning exercise. The Carroll room, which is the old library, hosts our hip hop and musical theater. And the gym is where we have all of our different sports activities. We also have a playroom, so when we have our all-star sports days for vacation weeks and days off from school, they have a whole playroom with arcade-style games and board games as well as the gym to play in. And then for our older basketball program, we have an intramural Saturday, which is held at Chickering because they do have the permanent basketball hoops. That's what we need for that older age group.
Yeah. So, and then all the information about this stuff will be located on the website as well?
It's all on the website, also, so doverrec.com, also on our online registration page. Each link has the descriptions of each program. And then we also have a brochure available if they want it from the office, or we can email it to them.
Okay, well, that's great. Is there anything else you'd want to add about upcoming winter programming or Parks and Rec in general?
I would say the one big event we have for the winter that everyone always looks forward to is the holiday tree lighting in the Common, where the Chickering Band comes and performs for family and friends. And we'll also be adding, the Dover Foundation will be joining us this year for the first time to include some caroling, which they normally would do on a separate week. We're just mixing it all together, seasonal holiday celebration for everybody with some treats for the kids and some activities.
Okay, and what's the date that?
Wednesday, December 5th is the date right now.
Okay, so
Yes.
everyone come and check that out. I guess that's it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having
I
me.
hope that people found activities that they would be interested in signing up for. So thank you.
Thank you.